Oh man, more things to fix. So we've got the old Simplicity tractor here, and we have a tire that is totally blown out. We need to replace it. It looks like it had already been probably dry rotted and you know, kind of cracked through and was losing air, and so somebody put a tube in it, and now the tube has blown, and so I think it's just time to get a new one on here. I did already put a new one on the other side because it blew earlier this year, so I guess I probably just should have done them both. So we have our new tire, just came from Amazon, just got dropped off. So the side of the tire, the old tire, will tell you, you know, what size to get, and you can just pop that into Amazon. I'll put a link in the description to this particular tire. It's actually kind of a common size, I think. But you can get any size through that link, and whatever tire you need, and whatever tread. The treads don't have to match with your old tire either. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you're not driving this thing on the road, so. But luckily, my treads actually do match. I do not have a lot of fancy tools that would make this easy. For instance, the ring that holds the actual tire on here, there's a tool that spreads this apart, and so it makes it easy to get off. But since I don't have the right tool for it, we're just gonna have to struggle with it with screwdrivers and pliers and things. Also getting the bead to set, I'll show you a trick that I use anyway. I don't know if it's the best way or not, but it's just the way that I've done it in the past, to get the bead to seat on the new tire. But no matter what, you're gonna see some struggling, because I know with the other one I almost gave up. I couldn't get the stinking thing on the rim. It's these tires, you know, especially if it's cold out, the tires are hard to get on there. So but let's dig into it. We'll pop the old tire off here. They're pretty easy to pull off. This ring, it just spreads apart and comes off, and then the tire slides off from there, and then we'll get the old tire off the rim, put the new one on, and air it up. Sounds simple, right? If you have a set of sheet metal snips or wire snips, metal snips, that will help you get the old tire off. We don't care about this one. So the rim is pretty dirty, and so we're going to clean this up. There's no valve stem. Looks like I need to find because they had the tube in there, there's no valve stem in the actual rim, so we'll have to figure that out. Alright, well, since this did not have a valve stem in it, I had to go buy some. But that was just because we had a tube put in this tire. And so they took the valve stem out of the rim. So hopefully this is the right size. I think that'll work. So next we need to get the tire mounted on the rim, and this is where there's lots of techniques you can use, but most of it is just a frustrating struggle because it's a hard thing to get on. So we're gonna fight with this thing for a little while. The idea, we'll get the rim put through one side here, and then we'll fight to get the rubber onto the back side of the rim there. Once we get it on, I'll show you how to air it up, but it's not an easy process. So. The trick is to do this without damaging the bead on the tire, which you don't want to do, or the rim, obviously. Sometimes this can help. So the tool that worked the best was the crowbar. Tire iron out of your car or something like that would work. Screwdriver was okay, but it started to chew up the bead on the tire, so you want to be careful about that. So I'm going to put some soap around here on the inside of the rim and the tire, and this is just going to help that bead form. We need to get the tire to stick to the outside edge of this rim here as we pump air into it. Okay, I got a little too much soap on it, but that's alright. So I'm using a ratchet strap. This is just a cheap ratchet strap, so hopefully it'll work. I might need to grab a bigger one. But I'm going to wrap this around the tire, and as we squeeze in the outside, it's going to push the inside part of the tire out to the outside of the rim. So that's the plan anyway. This has worked pretty good in the past, so we'll see how today goes. Alright, first attempt was not successful. We'll try again. Okay, we felt it. I felt it grab. You can see it pushed it out right here. I don't want to get it too tight though, otherwise we'll never get my ratchet strap off. So now we should be able to release that and fill it up the rest of the way. You should be able to see the tire pop up here. And it looks like it popped in all the way around. These are 10 psi, so nice brand new tire. Well, I had to go to the store to get those valve stems, so I picked up one of these little ring remover tools. So basically this just goes in here and this just spreads that ring apart so we can pop it back into place. Sure is easier having the right tool. Well, the new tire here is working great, so that should last us the rest of the life of this old tractor, I would think. And now we're on to the next one. This is the old Gator. This should be a little harder. It's a bigger tire, so we'll see. We'll see what kind of a struggle this one is. But basically, same process. Get the old one off, get the new one on, and put the tie strap around it. Get the air in it. For some reason, this rim has 2 holes in it. So luckily I got an extra stem. It's super long though, so it's going to be kind of goofy, but that's, hey, whatever.
I think we should put more air in it.
Well, I'm going to, bud. This one actually went on a lot better than the smaller one. I didn't need to use the ratchet strap. It got a bead on the edge of that rim real easy and popped right into place. So I just had to air it up and that was it. So unfortunately the Gator is stuck in the back of the property, back at our campsite. So I'm going to drive back there. The SSL Family Mom and I will drive back there and I'll pop the new tire on and then we'll be back in business. New tires on everything and everything will be good. Hopefully I don't have to put any new tires on anything anytime soon.
That's the handle was out here. Thought I had something to do.
Well, it's definitely nice to get those tires fixed. Tires is one of my least favorite things to repair just because fighting with rubber is always a difficult thing for me. And I don't have any tire tools or anything special for that, so things just take a little bit longer for me to get done. But it's nice to have those things taken care of. I don't have to worry about those tires anymore. Both brand new tires on the tractor this year and a brand new front tire on this. The back tires on the Gator here look pretty good, so hopefully I can get through the year without having to replace those. These ones are a little more expensive. So if you're looking to do tires on a tractor, a Gator, or an ATV, or side-by-side or whatever, four-wheelers, they're all pretty much the same. They're very similar. The process is going to be pretty much the same. I'll put a link in the description to both of these tires that you saw me replace today. And from there, you can actually look at all the different sizes and stuff like that and select that through Amazon. So, but now with the 5-wheeler back in business, I can get back to wood collecting and get back to using this thing to do some work around here. So, as always, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button on the video today. And if this is your first time to the channel, of course, subscribe and follow along. Hit the little bell so you get notified when we post new videos. All kinds of things coming up. We're getting into wood burning season, so we'll have some of those things coming up. Going to be replanting the greenhouse soon and getting that prepared for frosty weather. I can't believe it's already fall time, but as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.